So next we'll have Steve Jones from McGraw Hill.
All right, thanks everybody. I'm here to talk very quickly about the latest SmartMarket report that we've produced, which is about prefabrication and modularization and increasing productivity in the construction industry. This was released yesterday. So what I'm going to do is just give you a brief flyover because you can download this for free now and read it yourself. Michael Heaver actually read it on his way down here. As you'll see as a theme all the way through this report, we're acknowledging the fact that prefab modularization are not new. And actually 85% of the respondents that we had have been doing it on some of their projects, and 63% have been doing it for at least 5 years. So this is really well established, especially in the areas of steel and mechanical systems. But aspects related to the building envelope have had this kind of cheap and low quality feel to them. All right. What we see happening, though, is that model-based technologies are making it much more widely applicable and for a lot more complex assemblies where you can get consistent quality, you can improve productivity, and you can contribute to sustainable practices. So we decided to do a SmartMarket report with research to quantify where we're at right now with adoption, who's using it and what benefits they're getting out of it, and get this group to forecast what they see in terms of growth and change, which can serve as a benchmark that we can all measure as we go forward in the industry. So real quick flyby, we did 800 surveys, we did in-depth interviews with 15 different owners. This was sponsored by 8 different organizations, including NIST and Syntheon and the Modular Institute Foundation. Adoption and usage right now, 87% are using it on more than half of their projects. That's projected to rise to 45% by 2013. Highest level of usage right now, the fabricators, as I mentioned before. They're leading the pack, have been. Mechanical contractors are after that. Interestingly, design builders, number 3rd most popular group doing this. And I think all of us see that BIM in general and technology is really going to give a lift to design build. Current usage drivers. Improving productivity came through as 82% overall, the number one. Second most positive attribute was people finding a competitive advantage. Both of these, as you can see, are projected, especially for contractors out of all of our groups. When we ask people about the forecasted future usage drivers, improving project schedules, reducing costs, and site safety were the 3 that came out, 1, 2, and 3. You can see here how they got positive impact. In some cases, we were seeing things, 35% of people saying that they were seeing schedules improved by as much as 4 weeks, reducing costs, 41% saying by as much as 6% or more, and site safety. Interestingly, 10% of the people responded that they see reduced site safety as a result of prefabrication and modularization activity. Big impact on installed cost, 47% of current users saying that when you combine the purchase price and the installation cost, for prefab components, it's lower than the regular purchase and installation materials on site. This is really powerful, tangible, take forward into the marketplace kind of results here. How is it being used? Where is it being used? Healthcare, higher ed, manufacturing, the current top project types. Where do people see potential for its increased use? Healthcare remained number 1. So not only is healthcare leading right now, people see a huge amount of still future penetration into that market. Then they're followed by commercial and hotel for the future penetrations. Current use by building element, as you see exterior walls, MEP building systems, the building superstructure, roof construction, floor construction, interior modules. We have 3 great case studies. This particular one is about exterior wall prefabrication on a project in New York. Impact of green and lean, 76% saying it reduces site waste, 62% saying it reduces the amount of materials used. All of these, again, measurable, tangible, very powerful affirmation of this process. 77% saying it reduces on-site resources. Model-driven prefabrication, really where the fabricators and the mechanical contractors have been leading. 73% of respondents are using model-driven prefab on some of their projects, and 1/3 of them use it on more than half of their projects. And everybody's forecasting significant increases by 2013. All right, and so those of you who have seen me speak around the country, I'm telling every audience I talk to, this is the future of our industry. There's more and more being built off-site, in better conditions, safer, with fewer materials, and brought to the site and assembled. So the drivers for doing this kind of model-driven prefabrication. For contractors, came through, number 1, saving money. Owner demand was, interestingly, the number 1 for architects. It's not necessarily self-generated. And so again, the education that this group can do to help owners understand that this is even available to them and the kinds of metrics that are available for success are going to be very powerful in getting architects to design in such a way that it lends itself to being prefabricated. Drivers identified by owners, the positives, they're seeing that it fills skilled labor gaps. I was just at the CURT conference recently, and even though labor isn't necessarily the leading issue it was a couple of years ago, everybody sees it's going to be that. And people doing work right now in some remote areas are still struggling finding skilled labor, and people are still retiring. So this issue is not going away, and as our economy comes back, the way to fill that skilled labor gap can be having work done off-site. Much less disruption, especially in cities or on campuses. Things like reduced scaffolding, just-in-time delivery, significant competitive advantage from cost savings. If you can open your store 6 weeks earlier, that's super powerful, very measurable and tangible for you as an owner. And controlled environment, producing much better quality components when they arrive ready to go in. Negatives, owners are being forced to actually make design decisions earlier and stick to them. The more complex project types you're involved with, the more they like to delay those decisions, even into construction, right? Can't do that anymore. It's enforcing a great deal of discipline now on owners. Very interesting process change there. Limited number of qualified suppliers, right? So that's the message to the industry, is meet that demand. And there is still limitations in size and weight of components, which I think is going to drive a lot of materials research and a lot of interesting application materials that are lightweight and more easily transportable. Increasing popularity in the construction industry. This overall report, 52 pages. It's free. You can download it. If you just put into Google the word SmartMarket report prefabrication, you'll find 20 different places you can download it for free. We've got research data, all the full analysis of it, both current and forecast. We've got 3 great case studies. We've got a lot of really interesting deep dive special features, interviews with Greg Howell and with Doug Pruitt from SUNT, and a whole page full of our recommendations to the various player types in the industry for moving forward. So please, go to the site. All of our SmartMarket reports are available for you. And that's it. Thank you.